Hey Lauren, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. We've been playing phone tag too because with all the rescheduling, but I'm glad we're finally getting to talk about I Am Mortal. Um,
Yes, me too.
yes, it was a really good movie. I was quite surprised because usually when I see a film about dystopian, I never seen like a full-on drama like it seemed here.
Mhm.
You always have some sort of action sequence or something in it, but I liked how this was done differently. I think it brought something fresh to the genre.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I liked it too. But I'm biased, so.
So for those who haven't seen the film yet, can you describe your character of Amanda?
Yes. So my character Amanda is actually an artificial intelligence, but she is the daughter of the pilot who created the code that is kind of what the movie is centered on. The code is what allows people to be immortal, and Amanda is a skeptical character, and I think throughout the film we kind of see her get in touch with mortality despite the fact that she is the farthest from mortal that you can be.
Mhm.
And we kind of see that shift within her, and she's a very nuanced character. She was very fun to play, and I think that hopefully audiences will be able to kind of sympathize with her.
I agree. I feel like her being an artificial intelligence, she has that curiosity of what life was like before the
Yeah, for
code,
sure.
and you got to share most of your screen time with the awesome Sean Gunn. I thought
Yes.
this was one of his best roles. I've seen him in a lot of stuff, especially Guardians of the Galaxy, Gilmore Girls, but this like he took charge of the role as the pilot, and it was something fresh for him. What was it like working with Sean?
Sean is absolutely one of the most humble actors I've ever worked with. He is so kind and he's such a giving actor. It's so easy to bounce off of him. He really brings his all to everything he does. And I was a huge fan of Gilmore Girls before working with him, so it was honestly so shocking. But he's genuinely just so down to earth, and I had an amazing time working with him.
That's awesome. Did you get to work closely with some of the other actors like Offset, such as like Abraham Lewis, Aloy Smythe, those people as well?
So my scenes were strictly with Sean, but the D'Ambrosio twins came to set every now and then, and I got to spend some time with them off set. But I only actually had scenes with Sean.
Okay, but like I said, you must it was you said you were into Gilmore Girls, so that was a fan. That must have been a fan's dream to to work with someone of that
Oh my
magnitude.
gosh, I was so starstruck. You have no idea.
That's awesome. So
It was.
how long was your shooting time, and did you guys face any difficulty despite the fact that you just worked closely together? Was there anything in terms of the shoot that was a little difficult, but you got through it?
What do you mean difficult?
Like time, budget. Like if you had like a limited
Oh,
time to
right.
do things. Yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, this was a fairly low budget film, indie film, so nothing was too extravagant. But honestly, I was really impressed at how like well put together everything was for such a time constrained film.
hmm
I only worked for like a week because we really just were able to knock out all my scenes really quickly. But it was like in the middle of the desert. It was such an interesting location, but everyone was just so professional, and we were going so quickly. But it was like when we were working, it was like 99 degrees and we were working outside and there was no AC. So that was the most difficult part of the whole thing was making sure that Sean wasn't glistening because he was sweating. It was really funny, but it was very, very fun. We made it work.
that's cool. So here's an interesting question because what if the future does happen and we have this immortality thing? Let's just say. I mean, do you think
Right.
would you think that something like this would actually happen? Like, even though like someone found the code, like we have to follow like what they say, or do you think that if we have immortality, we could still have our freedom in a sense?
Honestly, with the way things are going with the whole NFT situation, I wouldn't be surprised if this, became a reality. We're already like living and buying virtual homes, which doesn't make much sense to me, but I can't get into that. Um, I, I think, um, I think that freedom would very much be restricted if we were to live in an immortal world, because there would be so much chaos and we'd need to maintain order somehow. I think that it would be awful. Personally, I hate the idea of immortality. So even pondering that kind of makes me existential.
I can imagine, but
Yeah.
I think we would probably need heroes like Logos in that case.
Oh, absolutely.
To like say, I am mortal. And you can't enjoy your freedom. And yeah, I would agree on that. I don't think I would want to be immortal, because I know some people think, oh, that's a dream. You can live forever. Yeah, but there'll be a price for that.
Absolutely.
And I don't think that would be the best option.
Yeah, I agree.
So, finally, what is next for you that you can talk about?
Oh my goodness. Well, I am, focusing on a lot of things right now, not just acting, but I do have a few things, up in the air that I can't exactly discuss yet for confidentiality reasons.
Yep.
But I did just have a little Disney Plus show come out called Just Beyond, which is very exciting, so people can tune into that if they'd like. But, I'm focusing on lots of things, dance, college, but who knows where things will take me.
Wow, that's good. You're keeping busy with other things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of interest.
Awesome. So I Am Mortal's coming out on March 1st on DVD and digital, and those who want to see the dystopian world in a different light will want to see this. Lauren, thank you so much for taking the time to talk about the movie.
Of course. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, you take care and stay safe.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.